Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for another Create a Card Friday. Today I'm going to create a birthday card particularly designed for a little boy, and in my mind it's looking really cute, so let's hope it comes together that way. So I've pulled out the little sailing boat stamp from Nursery Necessities and the happy birthday stamp from On Your Birthday. So we'll be using those in a minute. And these are the colours that I've chosen for my little boy birthday card. And so first things first, I'm going to stamp the little sailing boat, and I've got some scrap of Whisper White cardstock here, and I'm wanting to use different colours on each section of the stamp. So first of all, I'm going to stamp just the bottom of the boat in Tangerine Tango. So to do that, because I don't have a marker for Tangerine Tango, I'm going to just carefully ink up just the bottom part of the stamp. It doesn't matter too much if I get a little bit on the other section because I am going to cut it out. So we'll stamp that. And then I'm going to ink up the sails, and I want the little flag here in Tangerine Tango, so I'll just ink up that carefully. And the large sail in Pacific Point. It's a little bit fiddly to do it this way, but it does work. Okay, because I got some Pacific Point on the other sail, I'm going to just wipe that off with a cotton bud. And then I'm going to colour this sail with Bashful blue marker. Now I just huffed on that to re-moisten the ink, and that looks gorgeous. So now I'll just cut these out and then I'll be ready to layer them. Okay, so now I've cut out my little pieces of sailing boat with my paper snips, and I'm going to layer them up on these circles. So first of all, I'll layer my Whisper White circle onto my Bashful blue. With my snail adhesive, and then I'm going to layer the boat on a Stampin' dimensional, and then the sails, which I've cut, as you can see, all as one piece. Okay, so they are going to go on, layer onto my card, and I want to put a little, I guess you'd say, flag saying happy birthday out of the side. So I've taken a narrow strip of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to ink up my happy birthday in Pacific Point and just stamp that onto my strip. And then I'm going to cut the ends to make it look like a ribbon. So just in a point. And then just give it a little bit of a bend so that it'll look like a flag coming out the side of the circles. Okay, this is a really quick and simple card. It's now ready to layer. I've got all my pieces. So my Whisper White is going to layer under my Tangerine Tango. Oh, by the way, I've embossed my Tangerine Tango using my Cuttlebug with the Swiss Dots embossing folder. Okay, so just want to centre that so that I've got a white border around each edge. And then my Whisper White will layer onto my Pacific Point card base. Oops. And again, just centering it so that I've got my border around each edge. Okay, now my little circle I'm wanting to pop up on some dimensionals. So I'll just pop a few on the back. I don't normally use this many dimensionals because they are a great strong adhesive, but I'm going to also, excuse me, that's the doorbell, be back in a minute. Sorry about that, that was the parcel lady at the door. We always like her visits. So as I was saying, the dimensionals, I'm using so many because I'm sticking them onto the embossed dots, and also because I wanted to use one of them to pop my happy birthday flag underneath. So just going to pop it about there. I'll just stick the flag to the back there, and I'm just going to pop some adhesive, snail adhesive, on the back of the flag as well, just to anchor it a little bit. Okay. And just making sure that's got that little bend in it. And there we go. Cute little happy birthday for a boy. Thanks for joining me on Create a Card Friday.